prior to having any of the Powergistic carts in our district, we had the very large carts. A lot of them actually were originally created to house like 15-inch laptops. And they were quite cumbersome to move around. They were not convenient for storing Chromebooks. It was a real challenge to try and manage the power cords when plugging into those carts. And actually it was my district administrator who had attended a WASBO conference, I believe, in January. And she came back from the conference and said, hey, you've got to see these. Here's a flyer on them. And at the time I kind of looked them up and thought, they look great and they're fabulous, but I didn't know if it was possible. And lo and behold, we were able to purchase a couple, and they have been fabulous ever since now. And it has streamlined our process with the Chromebooks, with the students enormously, because of the ease of use, the ease of the power cords in the back and keeping them all managed. Organizing the Chromebooks. All of our teachers appreciate that our Chromebooks are labeled. Each student has a specific spot on the cart that they put their Chromebook in, and it just helps keep everything really nice and well organized.
I teach 8th grade ELA. I've been teaching for 26 years, and so I've seen a lot of change in education and technology through the 26 years I've been teaching. So when I began, there was no technology, really. There were 2 desktop computers in the classroom, and so we would have to go to a computer lab in order for the students to be able to do anything technology-wise. So that wasn't really part of our curriculum, and now it has changed so much more. We first began with carts in our classrooms. Not ideal, but it worked because we were able to have the students get the Chromebooks every day and use them in class. Now with the carts, students are able to walk back and forth to put the carts or to put the Chromebooks away, to bring them to class. They're fully charged every day when they come in, which is really helpful. That was a problem I would see often, is that they would not be charged. And so it really helps with the learning. The students are responsible every morning when they get off the bus to go into the library and pick up their Chromebooks. And then they come to class, and then they are able to carry their Chromebooks throughout the morning classes until lunchtime. And then the students have to return their Chromebooks to the Chromebook cart at lunch. And then after lunch, they have time where they can actually go grab the Chromebooks again. And then they have the Chromebooks for the afternoon classes. And then at the end of the day, the students are responsible for putting their Chromebooks back and plugging them in.
Powergistics has made it very easy for a teacher to identify and locate if a student hasn't put their device away. It's very easy for the kids to locate where to put their device and keep it safe while they don't need to carry it around. And our librarian has their names all on the door. She has them taped to the door, so I can just quickly check that. Oh, first yellow one, you're missing. Bryce, that's you. Let's go get your Chromebook. Let's go find where it is. Color system also helps with that as well. She has the lists color coded so that matches the cart's colors. And so if they're the first yellow slot, they know the first yellow slot. And then it's very easy for me as well as a teacher. I'll know, oh, first yellow slot, oh, that student did not put their device away, and then I can go locate that in wherever that student is, wherever he has decided to place it other than the Powergistics cart.
Yeah, I guess our first year here, we had the big carts for the Chromebooks, and then we switched to the Powergistics. With Powergistics, things work a little differently for 5th grade, and we keep our carts in 2-3 classrooms. In the morning, I have it plugged into an outlet. I move it into the hall for the kids to have access to throughout the day. So literally, when kids come in the morning, I have my coffee up here. As kids come in, they take their Chromebook cart, and this is where I greet them in the morning. So they'll grab whatever class I have first. They grab their Chromebooks off the cart and then are good to go with them. They carry them to the second class. At the end of the second class, which is about 11:10, so after about 3 hours at the start of the day, it's the Chromebook, the cart's in the hall. The Powergistics cart is in the hall. So they just put them on there and then go, to they do lunch and then do recess. After recess, they just automatically, it's just like they go to the cart, they grab their Chromebook. Their slots are assigned. We have like numbers on it. We have like a list on the side of which kids have which slots, and they just kind of put them in there. That kind of happens a couple times throughout the day. At the end of the day, about 3:25, kids put them on there. I wheel it from the hall into the room. I plug it in. They're supposed to have them all plugged in. I just double check that everything's plugged in, all the lights are on, and it's like super seamless for me to do that. It's just literally from here into the hall, then back into here. It's really easy. I really like the color coding. So even if as a teacher I'm looking at Brennan's Chromebook and I know he's green, I can at least helps me kind of organize it better and just kind of see things better.
Prior to us getting Powergistics, we had big old carts that were hard to use, and people would take your Chromebooks out of them because you didn't see the names on your Chromebooks, and they were always vertical, so people would have different charging cords that weren't theirs, and they would be taking Chromebooks because they couldn't see the name and the numbers were hard to read on them. So now with the new cards are easier to see, easier to read, and you know where your Chromebook is and you know what charging cord's yours. It's much more time saving instead of having to find your cord because it's just right there already on level with your Chromebook spot instead of having to go through the web of cords to plug yours in. The colors help because you know where your spot is in that group of colors, so you only have to look for one set of colors instead of looking down the whole cart for where yours is.
Everyone's experience with Powergistics, it's like more like faster for people. It's like color coordinated and everything, so it's easier to have our Chromebooks in as well. I haven't seen like anyone complain about how like slow it charges, so that's like one good thing. In 40 minutes it charges like really quickly, so I can use it for my next class. Many people are late because of their Chromebook. It's really easy, just plug it in. You don't have to like hustle with the charger or anything.
The Powergistics carts are very sturdy. I can have a first grader move a Powergistic cart. I don't have to worry about them falling over or tipping over. I mean, they are solid. So that's really important. And they're really easy to move. Those wheels aren't wiggling. You know, like with some of those older carts that we had, the wheel would be stuck, or you're like, okay, is this a brake on? I don't know. I can't tell. It's underneath the compartment. With these, they're very easy to move, and so that has been it's been a very good benefit. Because I use these carts for 5K through 4th grade, and it's very easy for all of these grade levels to understand. You know, the compartments are wide. The Powergistics compartments are wide, and kids understand, oh, that's an empty spot. I can put my Chromebook in there, and they know, oh, I don't have to double up. You know, I don't have to try to fit 2 Chromebooks in one spot. Every spot has a Chromebook, and it's color-coded. So I could tell kids, hey, this row, put them in a red. This row, put them in a yellow, blue, green. And so that makes it very easy for littles to understand, okay, I know I need green, you know, or whatever color it is. It's a great management tool for kids as well. So the one thing that I also like about the Powergistics carts is that the cords, the kids don't even see them. I mean, the plugs, the whatever's going on behind the magic curtain, the kids don't see that. They're not wondering about it. Where does this lead? You know, they see the USB and they're like, oh, okay, I know I can plug that in. And then you can set it up perfectly so they actually can't reach the second one or the top one. They just get the one that just connects to their Chromebook. And that has been awesome.
So I love this because it does not take up a lot of space at all. It's very easy to even move around the classroom. So if I need to use the space that it's currently in, I can just quickly unplug and go around. The kids are able to independently use it as well because they each have their own shelf for their Chromebook and can easily plug in their charger without the cords getting tangled. That is another key thing that I love because, am I able to open this? Oh, I think I need the actual key, but typically it's really easy to open. And then again, they can just grab their Chromebook from their shelf because it's assigned. It's easy too with all the different colors. They're like, oh, I'm a red one, and I can remember my red 1, red 2, red 3. Oh yeah, so it saves me a lot of time too, and the kids can just get their Chromebook, get right to what they need to do, and they're done. So it's just, I unplug, I go, I'm done, I put it back, I plug in, and so this is just much nicer to keep it all organized and easy to use for the students.
4 years ago, when my administrator showed me the flyer that she had gotten from the trade show with showing the Powergistic carts, I went and looked them up immediately because they were visually appealing and was a little bit concerned about the price point. I didn't think it was something that we could afford. However, in investing more time and looking into the carts, I realized that they were a durable product, something that will last us a very long time. And the quality is second to none. We love our Powergistic carts so much. We've had some for 4 years now. They still look brand new. They are lasting. They do exactly what we need them to do. And I love having them. We choose to purchase just a few each year because that's what fits in our budget, and I know that we will have them for a long time. Another of the features that I like about the Powergistic carts is that it's a Wisconsin-based company. So not only are we purchasing from a U.S. manufacturer, we're also purchasing from a homegrown Wisconsin-based company, which I really appreciate. One of my favorite things about the Powergistic carts is that I know I can call or email with any problem I might have with any of the carts and get a response within 24 hours and get a resolution probably within 5 business days. It has been outstanding, and I have no complaints about the customer service or my satisfaction level with the Powergistic carts.
The best thing about Powergistics is the compact design of it all and the lack of space that it takes up in my classroom.
The Powergistics difference in our school has been amazing for ease for the students to be able to grab their Chromebooks and for teachers not to have to manage any of the devices.